The Large Hadron Collider is a 27-kilometer-long ring of superconducting magnets, 175 meters beneath the Franco-Swiss border near Geneva. It is the largest machine in the world, built over a decade on a budget of $9 billion, and started up on the 10th of September 2008. The LHC is part of CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research. It is a particle accelerator which collides two high-energy particle beams traveling at close to the speed of light. According to CERN, the purpose of the LHC is to test various theories of particle physics. Most famously, it confirmed the existence of the Higgs boson, also known as the God particle. But since before the LHC began operating, scientists and conspiracy theorists have claimed it has a different purpose. They believe that, instead of discovering the God particle, the LHC will instead summon a literal God. In 2008, mathematical physicists Professor Irina Arefeva and Dr. Igor Volovich from the Steklov Mathematical Institute in Moscow predicted that the LHC could create something remarkable. They argued that when the LHC concentrates its energies into a subatomic particle, the very things it was built to accelerate, the particle will distort the fabric of the universe, space-time. It could distort space-time so much that it creates a wormhole. The concept of the wormhole was expanded in 1935 by physicists Albert Einstein and Nathan Rosen. Using the theory of general relativity, they proposed that bridges in space-time could exist, creating shortcuts that would reduce the time and distance between 2 points in space-time. Those connected points might not be regions of space in the same galaxy. They could be in separate universes. With this in mind, conspiracy theorists believe CERN's claim it was looking for the God particle was a cover to deflect attention away from its true purpose, to create a wormhole underground and open a gateway through which God could arrive on Earth. However, it is not the Abrahamic God with which most of us are familiar. According to Timothy Alberino, the scientists at CERN plan to summon Shiva, the source of all evil. In Hinduism, Shiva is the Great Destroyer. His role is to bring the universe to an end, to obliterate all existence and then give birth to it anew. His consort is Parvati, whose forms include Kali, the goddess of death. Curiously, outside the headquarters of CERN is a statue of Shiva in one of his forms. Clyde Lewis says even the name CERN evokes Cernunnos, the Celtic horned god of the underworld. Conspiracy theorists thought the moment had come in June 2016, when a frighteningly strange storm focused above the LHC. Even if you don't believe in these specific gods or any gods, philosophers and scientists alike have speculated that what ancient and modern humans identify as omnipotent otherworldly deities could really be organisms from another universe. If, for example, the Abrahamic God exists outside our universe, as is taught in churches, mosques, and synagogues around the world, then could that be because they created our universe while observing from elsewhere in a multiverse? This connects to other theories about what unannounced results the Large Hadron Collider will achieve. In 2015, Steve Miller claimed the LHC was going to summon the Antichrist. In 2017, the Christian Truther blog predicted the LHC would open a portal to hell. Back before the LHC had ever fired up for the first time, it was predicted that it would open up a black hole that would swallow the Earth. Obviously, none of this has happened yet, but it still might. Scientists admit that wormholes could be created at CERN, but they would only exist at microscopic levels, about 10 to the power of minus 33 centimeters across. Furthermore, wormholes are very unstable. The gravitational forces that stretch them into a gateway also tear them apart. To make a wormhole sufficiently stable for a traveler to pass through would require harnessing exotic matter, which has negative energy density and large negative pressure. Unfortunately, this exotic matter has only been seen in the behavior of certain vacuum states as part of quantum field theory, and is therefore impossible for us to harness. If the LHC did create a wormhole, it would only be large enough and last long enough for a photon to pass through. Even gods would struggle to get through from the other side, especially if they're not really gods, but organisms from another universe. Naturally, scientists at CERN refute all of these claims and theories. They say their work is devoted to experiments in particle physics, and they pose no danger to the safety of the planet. Even the Russian scientists upon whose work the Shiva theory is based do not put any stock in it. They did not say the LHC would open pathways to other dimensions. What they actually said was that colliding particles could produce closed, time-like curves, which would allow a particle to travel backwards to a previous moment in its life cycle. In other words, a time machine. This started a whole other debate in the scientific community, and most scientists think it is unlikely. Professors Robert Caldwell and Brian Cox both dismissed the notion that time-traveling wormholes will be created. However, Professor David Deutsch of Oxford University says, their theory is speculative in the extreme, but not cranky. No wormhole has ever been observed, and the existence of the phenomenon remains entirely theoretical. Dr. Igor Volovich says that the best we can hope for is that the LHC will reveal the energy signature of wormholes' existence, and that would be breakthrough enough. So far, the LHC's achievements have been consistent with their mission statement. Given how significant its work has been, it is a shame to overshadow CERN's accomplishments with tall tales about black holes and stargates. Nevertheless, wormholes are theoretically possible, and given the caliber of the minds that predicted them, quite probable. If they do exist, they are far more likely to be conjured briefly on a subatomic level in the LHC than they are to suddenly appear in the space above us as gigantic portals. As for what lies on the other side of the wormhole, well, we can never know until we go there. Do you think the Large Hadron Collider will open a portal to another dimension? Please let us know in the comments below. But for more Earthbound science, then click right here on this great channel Debunks video about how to survive an elevator fall. We've all seen it done in action movies, but if it happened to you, could you survive by jumping?